Good afternoon, friends. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I have a late appointment this afternoon, so I thought I'd jump on a bit earlier. So, I'm going to be using the Layers of Beauty masks and dies. I'm right into the masks. This was a card I did for my launch day back in May, and I had a friend that couldn't work out how I did it. I actually cased the idea from Alan Woodbridge. She did it with the Enduring Beauty masks, and I so loved the idea. I thought I would put my own spin on it and use it with the Layers of Beauty dies and masks. So let's get down to my desk and get organised here. Let's get this mat in the right spot. Oh, I need to grab my brushes. A little flower coming out from somewhere. I've been busy. I'm just going to get a little bit organised here. Grab some brushes out. What I think I might need. That one. Got so many orange tone ones. Oh, there's another one. I need to wash some of these off. I did wash one off. I need one for Versamark. And I don't have one for Versamark, so I had a clean one, and I've put a different colour on it, so I need to wash another one. And a good tip for those of us who live in Australia, by the way, I'm Cheryl Elgie from Kerrang, Northern Victoria, Australia. A good tip for those who live in Australia, to get my brush clean, I soaked it in put it in a cup with some methylated spirits. I don't think you guys have that other places of the world, because they say they clean their blocks in hand sanitizer. Well, I watched someone, and their hand sanitizer is clear, like our methylated spirits. So I'm thinking maybe it's the same thing. Now, I can't find this on my laptop. Here it is. Okay. There we go. We look as though we're good there, but we probably need go back this way a little bit. See if that works. I don't see anyone here yet, so I can mess around getting some good placement if I can. Move that there. So I have this piece of paper. We're going to make 2 cards today. I have this piece of paper that comes from the Unbounded Beauty papers. Now, you could use, I was going to use the, I've forgotten what it's called. It was on the online exclusives, and it goes with the translucent florals. I think it's Beauty something. I can't remember all the names. But there's one in the balloon paper that's nearly the same as, I didn't want to do the same card again. I didn't want to just repeat the card. So this may not work, but we'll find out together. So for this card, you do need a Stamparatus, or, I know we don't have the Stamparatus anymore, but those of us who purchased it then, and I see lots of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators are promoting the Misty. So whichever one that you have, I just need to get that lined up. You do need your, I think I want the dark ink to stamp it in. Now you're going to think this is weird. You're going to think this is weird, not. I'm just wondering, I think I need to do it in Calypso Coral. I was going to ask people, but I don't seem to have anyone watching. I don't know whether that mat was a little bit bumpy too, so we'll see how we go. I don't very often pull out my Stamparatus, since we don't have it anymore, but it's a handy tool to have. Just trying to make sure I've got good coverage there. That looks pretty good. So my layers are 10 centimetres by 14.4. I'm going to do the exact same thing on this piece of DSP, which is exactly the same size as my other one, as my white piece. Just make sure I've got good coverage there. A shiny spot there, haven't I? From the glass mat. Stuck. How's that? That's not too bad. It could be a bit darker. Yeah, it could be a bit darker. I think I missed totally that piece there. Should have my. Just, I don't think I'm going to get ink where I shouldn't. No, I don't think I am. Might get it on my magnet. It's okay, it'll wipe off there. Just didn't want to get it on the rest of the paper. Don't think I got that section up there, and that can be because that's where you've got your magnet sometimes. That looks pretty good. And I will just make sure I get my daggy baby wipes that the thing came off and they all dried out. And then I just get you can use your cloths or your chamois, but to get go back in there. Stupidest things, these baby wipes. They're the best, but they're the stupidest. If that makes sense. I just want to get that a bit cleaner. We don't need this anymore. The danger with, or the not danger, but the thing with using your baby wipes and not your chamois is that you can get, because you can get bits of the baby wipe in your stamp, whereas with the chamois you don't. This, and then it's all done, clean, ready to put back in my case, unless I want to give it another proper clean. With this, for photopolymer, the chamois are pretty good. They clean them pretty well. You've got to make sure you get them clean. Though, you can't see what I'm doing there, can you? Sorry about that. I'm only cleaning it, so that's not very exciting. Okay, I'll take that away. Put that aside. And bring out our masks. And I was going to ask whoever was here what colours to use to go with this paper, but I have pulled out the 3 colours that coordinate with the paper, so we'll see how I go with that. Get them in order. There's number 1. just want to secure that onto my paper. Let me just see where I've got to put my mask to get that in. Yeah, that'll be right. So if I put a piece across there, you just don't want to put your tape where your mask has to go, where you have to mark where that goes. And that little flower there. We've got this flower here. Try to carefully line it up. And that looks about right. I think I just moved that. I needed to tear my washi before I positioned it, didn't I? Because they're slippery, these things, these masks. So I'll put that there, and we'll put that now. I've gone off my paper. That's what I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go off my paper. Because I wanted to try, this is the first layer, isn't it? Let me think. Right. Goes anyone there? I might go peach for the first one. I've got a brush that's a lighter orangey colour, so I've seen other people do this and it works quite well. I just haven't probably got enough paper there. I can just see it, so that's fine. I'm just going to be fairly light with this, being our first layer. I just love these masks. I forgot to bring them in. I took out my other samples that I did for my launch. Once I got started with this, I couldn't stop. It's just beautiful. I guess it's probably, someone at the launch day asked me what my favourite one was. I said, oh, I don't like to pick favourites, but possibly this one, because you do get the added bonus of being able to cut out the little rows as well, which I'm not really going to do today. I'm going to keep it fairly simple. So we'll take that off very carefully. And I can take those off as well. And we'll go number 2. If we line that up there, and that little notch there I think you can see that. If you're watching later, it doesn't look like it's lined up though. I think I've moved I have moved this, but I don't think that matters. But I do need is that number 2? Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, we're right. You're right. That was peach. We'll go pretty in pink for the next layer. I'm just winging it here. I've not tried this particular card, so I can show you my other one that I did. So we might go a bit darker. probably. I'm hoping it'll be nice and pretty with the pink and the peach together. But who knows? Anyway, it's only paper. I don't like it. There's always a trash can. I think I do like that. The pink with the peach is gorgeous. Hopefully I didn't use the... No, I didn't use Calypso Coral for that, but I put it over there. Now I'm all mixed up. Never mind, I think I'm right. I don't want to move things too much. That's number 2. I like to do my flowers first. Some people don't, but this is the way I like. We all do things how we like, don't we? And that is looking very nice, I have to say. Just see, that's lining up the centres of these flowers. Can you all see that? And just giving a bit of definition there. And I think I should be lining, yes, I know I should be lining up those. So if you line up your centres of your flowers, you should be good. Which they will end up being in Calypso Coral. And we'll just have a little bit more definition of our roses as well. We'll have the centres of these flowers done. We'll have these a bit darker. Oh, I might have moved that down, I think. Should have checked before I did that. Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. Now I was going to see if anyone had any ideas for what greens to use for this lovely card. Let me grab this off here. I've got out my colour wheel. I don't always stick to what it tells me. And it said, it tells me, that, so we go here, these are going to be available for purchase. I've got to have peach pie, Calypso Coral. I could have used petal pink too. Where's peach pie, Calypso? Oh, I had to use pretty in pink. Oh, I didn't have to, but I did. So we had pretty in pink. So if I turn it around there, so we've got pretty in pink, Calypso Coral. Oh, we haven't got our peach in there. So I wanted the peach. Now it's telling me complementary colours are, well, actually garden green and soft sea foam, I reckon. Where's soft sea foam? It's not even on here, is it? I don't see it. Oh, that's weird. Oh, there it is there. But we've got the garden green and those. Oh yeah, we might do that. Garden green and soft sea foam, I'm thinking. I should grab those brushes out. There's a light green. This one can be a dark green. So let me see what the mask tells me to do next. I think it'll be the light one. The soft sea foam. anyone is watching and you want to tell me a different combination, please do. But honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with these masks. We kind of know what colours complement each other anyway, don't we? So I'm going to go the Soft Sea Foam first. Where are you? Just ordered some more. Oh, what have I got on there? Must have been embossing. And I've got powder on there. I hope it's not going to ruin my pad. It's all dotty. It's probably me. I probably did that. Didn't notice. Might not be dark enough, this. The other thing you could do, you don't need to use heaps of colours. If you've only got a few colours, you can just use the same colour because it still will give you definition. Not sure if it's going to rain today or not. It was meant to. We're meant to get a lot of rain, which the farmers will be happy about. I came off a wheat farm at Sea Lake, so I'm farmer's daughter. I don't know much about farming. I do know we need the rain and what times of the year we need it. So there's that. So that's the garden green. And it's not the garden green at all. Scratch that. It is the Soft Sea Foam. Okay, is that the right way up? Yes. Gotta go like that. Well, maybe that was meant to be the darker one, was it? No, we have that. You can tell I haven't used these for a little while, but I can also tell you they will be staying in my collection because I just love them. Some things you don't get rid of. Do like to stay current where I can. Stampin' Up make it so hard because they come out with all these beautiful new things, new products. You want them, but you run out of room to keep your other stuff. Now, we'll go with our garden green. I'm just going to go lightly and see what I think of this first. Just pull it up a bit and see. She says, I can't resist going dark. Let's just go dark. I can always go a bit darker if I don't think that's... I think I want it maybe a bit darker. Does anyone have these masks? If you do, what do you think of them? Has everyone been taking advantage of the bonus days coupons? They are happening this month as well. Spend in July and redeem in August. Oh, that is so pretty. I'll show you guys in a minute. Oh my goodness, that is so pretty. Now comes maybe the scary part for some. I've got a bit of peach pie on there. Let me get rid of that, or I put something in it that I don't want in there. I think that's just so pretty. What do you think? Now, where's my other one so I can see what I want to do? Go that way this time. My other one was really just practice, so I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. This time, I will show you in a minute. I just want to do this first. Yeah, I think I want to go that way. I'm going to cut this beautiful thing in half down the centre. And I should have cleaned my track. Anyway, too late for that now. But don't start on the edge because you'll get it will lift up. So, and then with this one, we want to do, I think we want to do the same. Can you see where I'm going? Yeah, we want to go the same way. So, because they're the same size papers, just check that is the same way. Check and double check again, which is different to what I did in my first one. And I'm thinking this might be better. So I did my other one on a different diagonal, which I will show you in a minute. Ellen actually did hers different. She did explain. I did watch a bit of her video this morning. I'm very bad. I don't tend to watch things, watch people right through. I just get the idea and go with it. Now, we have choices of bases. And I've prepared a base for each colour. Let me see, and we can even do this. But first I need to do the greeting, of course. I think this is going to work out better. I don't think there'd be any reason why you wouldn't like any of these bases, I mean. So if you wanted a brighter one for a birthday, I don't. I want a sympathy one. I want two sympathy ones, actually. So I think I'm going to do the paler colours, which I didn't on my other one. I did the darker colour, which was Berry Burst. So now we need to do our sentiment. That was another thing I was going to grab out and I didn't. The one out of Unbounded Love, I love. Here it is. Oh, hi Maria, I just saw you there. Now, where's my scrolling thing gone? No, I'm not sending stars to see my comments. That drives you nuts sometimes, doesn't it? Sympathy. Okay, I think I'll stick with the colours of the backgrounds. So I'm going to do the peach first, I think. Or will I? No, I might do it in Calypso Coral because I think I've got to do it. Let's see where I'm going to put it first. Just make sure that's straight. How am I going for time, guys? Yeah, I've got to have lunch before I go out, which my lunch isn't much, but still got to eat. Girls got to eat. Where did I put it on there? I put it down there. I reckon I can do that there and that there. I reckon. So, yes, I might. Decisions. I might stick with the Calypso Coral. There's my little bit of scrap. Oh, goodness me. Ink everywhere. There. I'll just use my baby wipe for that. So it's very inky. And I should have that straight so that I can hopefully get this straight. I think that it'll be better in the Calypso Coral because it'll stand out a bit more, I reckon. Or both of them. And I think I'll do that on the white as well. And you can see where this card is heading, can't you? So thanks, Ellen. That was a great idea. Yeah, she, I think she had, you'd have to watch her video. I think she cut them first and then put them back together, and I couldn't really see the point of that. But anyway, we all like to do things differently. She did say there was different ways to do it, and that was her preferred way. So that's all good. My thing's a bit dry. Just put some water on there for now. Saves me twisting around to get my spray. Alright, let's get our bases organised. I've been making some cards for an order, and I've been doing, when I do one card base, I've been scoring it down the centre and doing two, because this is the fold I normally use, and it's just I find it really helpful. So that might be a little tip that you like to use, or you may have your bases prepped beforehand. I don't typically do that. Make sure I've got the right two halves together and make sure it's all going to line up, and it is. Yep, cool. Make sure you put your adhesive right on the tip. Don't want them lifting up. Get that out the road, and I'll do this. What do you think, Marie? Do you like this idea? I think I've got that too. Can I move it? I think I need to have that over a little bit. That's the tricky bit, to get it kind of centered. Have I got that right? Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, just make sure you get your right into the tips. I noticed this morning when I caught a few minutes of Alan's that she didn't have her tips, you know, the pointy edge glued down the first go, so she had to put the glue underneath it, which is always a little bit, can always be a little bit tricky. And of course you could put bows or whatever on there. Keep that straight. See that? And this one. And I'm just guessing where my border should be. Trying not to move it too much. Get this on quick so I can hopefully move the other one if it's not quite right. This stuff does dry quick though, you don't have much time. A little bit of wiggle room, but not much. No, I probably should add that down a bit actually. Never mind. It's a handmade card, isn't it? And see there, I only got one base ready, one inside, and what has she done with it now? Let's just decorate the front. It's the time. I've got to keep my eye on that. And I might just go with some rhinestones for the front. Actually, because these are going to be for an order, I'm going to use our recently retired iridescent ones because they've got the pinky orangey colours in there, and it's a good chance for me to use these. Use them up. Got to use your stuff, don't you? You could put just normal rhinestones, would be fine. So I'll take your pick tool to pick those up. And because I can't find my inside, I had that. I think I've got some bases cut here. I've got enough. Yep, I've just got 2 left. So what I'm going to do is, for the inside, I'm not going to go through all that again. I'm going to just use my cute little flower here. I did clean that, so that can go away. Where do I put the stamp set? Keep telling myself, if you put your things away, you'll know where they are. I wish I'd listen. And we'll do that in Calypso Coral. Actually, I'm going to, before I do that, grab some envelopes out. One, I'll have to open another packet. There's my snaps gone. Oops, don't want to cut my envelopes. And packaging tricky. You need scissors to open everything these days, don't you? I heard a joke once about someone who'd bought some scissors, but they actually needed scissors to get them out of the packet, which is quite true. I guess it's because of all the theft that's happening. You can understand why companies want to keep their products secure so they can't be tampered with in the supermarkets. So what I'm going to do is, so that goes that way, that goes that way, does it? Yeah, I want that there. So I want the pink, which has got a bit of pink on it. So, because I want sponging around it, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that. I do believe in keeping your cards as simple as you can. Because not everyone is an avid stamper. These can be easily replicated. You don't need any skills to do it. You do need a stamp positioner. But most people who are crafting would have that. Just use my old baby wipe to get that off there. And I'm going to stamp the... I was going to do it in Quitso Coral, wasn't I? Just to keep all the stamping the same colour. So he's a cute little flower. It can go there, and it can go there. The reason I sponged first was so that I didn't smudge the ink. But you don't have to do it that way. Do it whatever way you like. I won't clean that. I'll just get these in their respective envelopes. That one goes in there, and I'm going to use a bit of seal for that. It doesn't want to run. Just make it behave. There's that one with its little envelope. This one. Okay. Now I'll show you my first one that I ever did. My first two, actually. Which these ones, I think this is better because of the way I've cut it. I think, anyway. I don't know what you think. Because I've got, I don't know. I probably like that one better. I don't know why. No, I do like that paper with it. This paper is from the one I was saying before. Oh, it actually might be the balloon one. I'm not actually sure. What is that? It's very similar. It could be. Like, I can't remember. So maybe it is that one. I thought I got it out of the other one that I was mentioning. So anyway. Oh, thanks, Maria. Thank you. Okay. I'll just put the camera back up again and say goodbye. Thanks for watching me, Maria, and anyone else who popped on, even if you're only there for a minute or two. Please say hi if you do watch, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.